Hello one, hello all. Welcome to this new edition, 90 to 71 for 2016, the year in film as CP saw it. You'll notice as we get further and further along, as far as I'm concerned, the year, just a rough year. Rough year for so many different reasons. And man, the movies didn't save me. And I didn't see any of the stuff that came out in December, or most of the stuff that people are praising in December. So it's just a rough encounter altogether. But anywhoozle, on to the list. Number 90, Warcraft. This is a film that I wanted to get into because I thought maybe that just because I haven't seen or played the games, that maybe there was something else to it and maybe I wouldn't need to be invested, and I guess I was wrong. I'm hoping that that's why I wasn't too into it, because I don't know much about anything, but I was kind of lost and didn't care. And you know, I can sit down and watch John Carter and say, you guys don't understand, this is actually pretty good. And people look at me like I have 6 heads. I've had people, Dennis has told me that he really enjoys Warcraft, and I look at it and I'm just like, why? Why in existence this? Number 89, Kill Your Friends. This, I don't know if it was ever theatrically released in the States, but it had a Blu-ray release in 16. They had me based on the byline alone, based on the plot line alone. I was hook, line, and sinker. Just didn't follow through as far as I'm concerned. 88, Barbershop, The Next Cut. I don't know. I hate to be stereotypical, racist, insert insensitive comment here, but I'm white. This doesn't ring as hard for me as perhaps it would for others. I wouldn't expect some guy from Crenshaw to get down with Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, just a different audience. You know, I thought the first one was all right. Didn't see much need for anything else. But then again, Larry the Cable Guy has a career, so you know, we all have stereotypes and we all enjoy our ridiculous stereotypes. And yeah, again, I'm white, didn't enjoy it as much. Nicki Minaj, beautiful girl. I enjoyed that. It just felt a little too heavy with some of the stuff that they were emulating. Like, guys, are you a comedy or what? Because if you're gonna be heavy with the serious stuff, like the name of the film is Barbershop, The Next Cut. Like, I'd probably watch it again. The thing about comedies is comedies need to have a bit of rewatchability, and oddly enough, I would give Barbershop another shot. Don't know why, but I think I'm like incessantly trying to backtrack the "I'm white" comment, but I'm not lying. 87, Skip Trace. Johnny Knoxville, Jackie Chan in a perfectly straight to DVD type movie. This movie's comfortable in this spot as far as I'm concerned. I didn't put too much pressure on this movie. I watched it in a house, not in a theater. Didn't have much expectations on it, and my lack of expectation was fulfilled. 86, Tell Me How I Die. Really unique concept. Like the first act had me. Like I was really intrigued by the concept of the movie and what they were doing, and then it just becomes a crappy straight to DVD horror, and that's incredibly unfortunate. If you've seen it and you enjoyed it, or if you found yourself captivated past the first 40 minutes, please let me know how it was the film carried, because I felt like the build, the way they built the premise, just and then just to swap, it was like a bait and switch. If it were a big budget movie, I would say, oh my God, the studios had to meddle with it and changed something to make it more mainstream. But there's nothing mainstream about this movie. Good luck finding it, for the record. 85, Dirty Grandpa. Robert De Niro, I don't know if he owes somebody money, if he's trying to like troll everybody as he makes decisions. I don't know. Who's his publicist? Who's his agent? Who's blackmailing him? If you want to see Aubrey Plaza be an absolute whore, then here's your movie. And it's odd because she was in another movie where she was an absolute whore in 2016. 2016, the year of bad films and Aubrey Plaza as a whore. 84, Space Cop. It's made by the folks at Red Letter Media. For what it's worth, I have this film ranked higher than 22 Hollywood productions. It's a bit out there, along the lines of Turbo Kid. If you can get yourself in that mindset, you might actually have a good time. And just remember that Internet Movie Reviewers made this film for like nothing. 83, Bad Moms. All right, no more using bad. We get it, Hollywood. Bad. Bad Grandpa, Bad Moms, Bad Santa 2. They have to spoof the bad genre and just call it bad movie. Like, at this point, you guys set yourself up for it. Just do it already. I'm certain that there's an audience for this movie, and there's an audience that really enjoys this movie. So to be equally as offensive as I was in the barbershop statement, I have a penis. I don't have children. Didn't enjoy this movie. She's getting drunk, but she's a mom. Get it? Oh, imagine if we did that. That's my childhood. What you think is funny is my childhood. Yay. Oh, who would actually drink and be a parent? She's so irresponsible. 82, The Lobster. This is one that will either go up or down in my encyclopedia history of, like, I'm gonna keep these updated throughout time. I'm probably gonna watch this again, and it will definitely go up or down. It's just a movie that is really out there, really kind of unique thinking, trippy, and you just kind of, huh. Number 81, A Hologram for the King. Some of you were like, what? Wait, Tom Hanks. And yes, Tom Hanks. Good for him in burying this movie. I used to think that Tom Hanks only made great movies, and A Hologram for the King just proves that, no, he just doesn't publicize the stuff that isn't that good. This is, this is a movie that if it came out opening weekend and it was on a flight, you'd be like, oh, neat, this movie's brand new. And it's perfect for that, a flight. If you have to be in a spot and you need to watch something and you've already seen, Bridget Jones' Diary twice, then kill some time and watch Tom Hanks be not as Tom Hanks charming in this film. Otherwise, watch Bridget Jones' Diary again. Can you tell how much flying I'm doing now that I'm making these stupid plane references and in-flight movies and layover? Ugh. Number 80, Hands of Stone. Figured out why it didn't last in the theaters. Not that good. Yes, it's a true story. I don't know why there's so much sex and violence and all that thrown in there.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I always feel so weird when I complain about nudity and violence. Ugh, just too much tits. But seriously, it's a boxing movie. What? I mean, thank you. You're gorgeous. But if actors had to show their cranks as much as female actresses showed their breasts, you would see a lot less nudity. If there was an equal amount of dong to tit, it would drastically decrease. You wouldn't see anything done for artistic merit. But yeah, Hands of Stone just felt like it was trying to be edgy for edgy's sake. And it's just Creed. Go watch Southpaw. Either movie. 79, Me Before You. a movie that offends people without me saying a word. Yeah, I get what the problem is, but a film that I recently saw for the first time, Breakfast at Tiffany's, that is like the ultimate chick flick, and you could trace it as far back as there. There's a lot of vapid, just shallow natured things that happen in chick flicks, and you know, nothing should surprise anybody with Me Before You. Breakfast at Tiffany's, she's not a very incredibly endearing character, and there's much to be said here too. Like, imagine if they just made a realistic love film. Oh, it's called Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, or Blue Valentine. Those are real rom-coms. 78, Storks, cute idea. I'm so far away from enjoying movies like if Pixar can keep my attention, and even DreamWorks, other stuff, Illumination. I feel like there's no excuse for stuff like this, but I don't know. Your kid might really enjoy it. Oh look, it's a bunch of wolves that join together and make a boat. I mean, who am I to talk? I mean, I used to laugh when Popeye had a fucking tank in his muscle, so. Number 77, 31. Oh, Rob Zombie, forever casting your wife. I want to know where urban folk exist in Rob Zombie's land, because everybody is white trash. Everybody is fucking. And evidently, Nazis speak Spanish in Rob Zombie's mind. Like, if Rob Zombie would just tone down the Rob Zombie, I could really enjoy his movies. Number 76. Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Men. It's a all-right, regular old Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy movie. It's not Ghostbusters. And sorry, for as much as there was bullshit surrounding that movie, it earned it. It wasn't, maybe it didn't earn it. It didn't deserve, it just didn't deserve it, I guess is what the problem. All the attention it got didn't deserve it. It's just, And what does that say about, a lot of attention for, Spy was better. You want to talk about Spy for 3 months? I don't. 75, Now You See Me Too. For as much as I just utterly adore Lizzie Kaplan, she's fucking obnoxious in this movie. The first one was really fun, and the more you get into it, the more it really falls apart upon itself. And really just, it's a nice little standalone. It doesn't warrant any sort of further anything. And this movie proves how much you don't need any more from them. It's an okay watch. I mean, I guess now we're getting into the territory where it's like, all right, if you must, I wouldn't suggest buying these things, but if you want to be less bored, we're entering that zone, the not so boring movies. 74, Angry Birds movie. I realize this is really, really low. This is what, the bottom third, bottom quarter, but I was kind of impressed with it. It did more for me than I expected it to. It's the better animated bird movie of 2016 as far as I'm concerned. I expected this movie to be absolutely terrible. I expected this to be, in the triple digits as far as I'm concerned. So this is a bit of a win for me. And just like Lobster, I might watch this again, and it may climb. Just like last year, Hateful Eight was like, I don't remember where it was, but if I redid the 2015 list, Hateful Eight would be in the top 10. Angry Birds could jump higher than 50 if I watched it again and got back to you in 6 months. Blue Jay, Double Ass. Almost Woody Allen type feel to it. Almost Woody Allen, Linkletter, Before Midnight, in a really bizarre, exotic 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon kind of way. Not much happening in this movie. Like before sunset, before midnight. Think of those movies, and that's what Blue Jay is. Yeah, you gotta really seek it out and be in the mood for something like this. 72, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 2. make it more like the cartoon. The first one was one thing. The second one was like an overload homage to the cartoons and everything about the 90s, early 90s cartoons and arcade. Like it's just really cartoony. Like literally cartoony. We're talking about a movie with turtles that are running around and performing ninja and saving people. So, you know, what am I complaining about? Really. They're turtles that talk, enjoy pizza, and perform ninja. This is life. Lastly, for this chunk, number 71, Independence Day Resurgence. Oh, thank God we waited 20 years because it's weird. Like, I really give them credit for what they were trying to do for like giving us the world that they created. I just wish they could have maybe made this a series and kind of expanded on the universe a bit more and just, I don't know. I'm really trying to save this movie for them, and oh my God, and did every character have to return that wasn't Will Smith? Like, all right, we're not gonna get Will Smith, but we'll get every single other person, right down to Robert Loggia, who died before this movie came out. They got Robert Loggia in this movie, for fuck's sake. Tone it down with all the cameos. Maybe don't have Judd Hirsch invincible in a boat, and try again. All right, guys, so that's this chunk. We've gone from 106 to 71. Next up will be 70 to 51, and we'll start hitting some decent ones. At least we hit some popular ones already, right? Why don't you give me your list down below of what you've seen in this bunch, and we can compare notes, and then you can do a better job than me. Until next time, have a day.